Because babies do not come with a manual, even the simplest things could become very challenging. If you're a first time mom or a mother who hasn't taken care of a newborn baby for a long time, then simple things as bathing your baby could become very challenging. So instead of you second guessing yourself and wondering if what you're doing is right or wrong, today we are going to help you walk down the process of bathing your baby so it makes you more confident in doing this particular act, which is supposed to be fun and a time for you to bond with your baby. Hello, healthy moms. I am Larissa Livella, and welcome to Inyango, the Motherhood Guide. Inyango means mothers, and on this platform we are going to be talking everything motherhood, from tips and tricks to stories to everything to help you manage the changes and challenges that motherhood brings and help you thrive as a mother. So today I want to show you how to give your newborn baby a bath. First of all, this is your baby all ready to take his bath. But one thing I would like you to know is, for a newborn baby, depending on the weather of your area, you shouldn't leave your baby this open. If the weather is cold, you could wrap the baby up. After you finish removing their dresses, right, you wrap them up so that cold is not entering their body, okay? You wrap them up really well. And after you've done this, before you even remove your baby's dresses and everything, one thing which you should make sure that you do is have everything set. A baby wrapper, as you can see here, something to wrap the baby, a face cloth, diaper, the baby's dress that your baby is going to wear. If you're in a cold area, a little hat, a socks. Some mothers like to wear shoes, but at this age of the newborn baby, it's not really necessary. And there is something I want us to know. The World Health Organization recommends you to bathe your baby just after the first 24 hours. Because first of all, your baby is not born dirty. So it's not something that you have to rush into bathing your baby. When your baby is born, he or she is born with some very good microbiomes, which helps them and ensures that they grow healthy. If those microbiomes, though there are some which are harmful, but the ones which are good, that are born on their skin, helps them to attach to their mothers well and just helps them to be overall healthy as they grow. If you're bathing your baby, if the area is cold, normally before the first 2 weeks, it's not even advised to give your baby a bath. So when they talk about bathing a baby in the first 2 weeks, they actually mean wiping the baby until the navel has fallen. Okay, so we are just going to consider that while bathing this baby. And I'm going to be going on with you with two methods to bathe your baby. One for a baby whose navel is not down, has not yet fallen, and the second method for a baby whose navel has fallen. If you can see, I'm using a very small bowl for this particular method because you can actually bathe your newborn baby in this. When I gave birth to my twins, this is what the midwife was using. So this is 3 years plus old. This is what the midwife was using to bathe them. So I'm going to be using this now to bathe our baby. I actually left him to get really dirty. Now, I purposely left out soap and a moisturizer because I don't want anyone to pick up from here that this is the best soap for their baby or this is the best moisturizer for your baby. So you can use any soap or moisturizer which is toxic free. You have to understand that your baby's skin is very, very fragile, and you have to look for things that don't have toxins. If I have to recommend a moisturizer, you better go with olive oil or coconut oil. Those ones are natural, and you look for a natural. So let's go on now to bathe the baby. So while you're preparing your things, one more thing which you should have, if you have a male child who has just been circumcised, make sure to have some Vaseline and gauze there to apply on that part when you're done bathing him. So we're just going to go on to bathing your baby right now. So you soak this in, you squeeze out most of the water, and you start with the ice. You clean it inside out. I hope you're seeing what I'm doing. Inside out. And you turn it, you don't clean with the same area, so you turn the other area inside out. You turn it again, don't use one area twice, inside out. I actually left my baby to get dirty before doing this, so that I can actually show you how clean she looks when we're done. You do the same for this other eye, inside out. You change the side, inside out. And then you rinse again. With every single step you rinse. Now you can go on to clean the face, the other parts of the face. You clean the nose, down here, you clean the face thoroughly, you turn the side and clean the face. At this point you can go, you turn it, make sure you keep turning it so that you don't take the dirty side and you go. You can go behind their ears, clean their ears, and you turn it again. You go behind their ears, and you clean it again. Right? So when you're done with that, you rinse again, squeeze off the excess water, and you go now down to their neck. You can hold the baby's neck up and tilt it a little bit behind so that their neck is really opened. My baby is kind of stiff, so you can't really go down on his neck. But clean the neck very well because milk falls to this area. Okay? At this point, your baby is still covered. You try to cover your baby as much as you can. And after you're done with the neck, you could go over the face again. And just make sure that you've cleaned everything. Normally, your baby will try to suck on your face cloth. This is why you have to keep rinsing and try for them not to suck on it. Rinse again. So at this point, you can now go in with the hands. You open up, you remove one hand, you close. The baby has to stay warm. You wipe. For a baby, most times your hands will be closed, so you massage the outward part of the hand and it's going to open its hand so you can clean inside. Clean thoroughly inside and come on with your fingers. Clean everything here. Clean the armpits. You make sure that you go. You clean all through the hand thoroughly. You rinse that again. You can put this hand back inside and you cover it up. You open the other hand, take it out, and you keep your baby covered. In the first days of life, your baby has to really be warm. Yes, your baby has to stay warm so much. You do the same with this hand. If it is closed, you massage outside. And you clean the hand, clean the armpit, and clean everything there. And then you can just use the opportunity to clean the chest. Okay? Now, if your baby has, you put this hand back, and you cover up. If your baby, as I said, for a baby who still has the navel that hasn't fallen, that is the umbilical cord that hasn't fallen. I keep saying navel so you can understand. You clean and you come right up to here. You don't take water to the navel. Okay, you clean all around. Don't touch that first. You're going to clean that last. And there's a particular way to clean it. Maybe on our next video, I'm going to make a video on how to clean that. So you close that way up. You take one leg out, covering the other leg. Okay. Rinse this up. Clean your baby's legs, the toes, and everything. If you're bathing your baby like this, I don't think your baby is going to cry because your baby feels swaddled, and it's almost mimicking the feeling that they had in the womb where they are always covered. As you can see, I'm cleaning the legs, but I'm not going down to their private part because that is one of the dirtiest parts, so don't clean it first. Most times it's advised that you even leave the diaper on during this process. You cover that leg, and you take out the other leg, and you clean it thoroughly. Okay? Make sure you clean inside the folds. If your baby is fat and he or she has folds, make sure you clean inside the folds. Now, at this point, you're going to turn the baby to the back. You open up, lift your baby and turn to the back. And try to cover the front back up. Okay, at this point you're done there. You cover your baby back up. And now let's go to the diaper area. If it is a boy, make sure you shift everything this way. And you clean this corner thoroughly. And then you clean the other corner thoroughly. And then you wipe it off generally. Now if it's a girl, you clean those corners and then you make sure to open up and clean. Like you can use your finger. I hope your nails are not long. You clean inside and go behind. And you just make sure to wipe everything. Please do not use the same side that you used to clean her inside to go behind and clean. So there you go. At this point, your baby is nice and clean. One last thing which you can do is to carry your baby up if you need to wash their hair. Pull the water. I hope you can see what I'm doing. If you have a shampoo, you could put a little bit of it on the washcloth and you put it in water and you wash their hair. And make sure soap doesn't touch it. Split it up and you can pour a little bit of water over their head. Alright? And then you wipe it off. And at this point, your baby is clean. Now we're going to be going on to the second method of bathing your baby. That is after the umbilical cord has fallen. Okay? Now, let's go. Baby's umbilical cord has fallen. You could just put your baby inside the water. But if your baby cries too much during bath time, this is what you have to do. Swaddle them up like this. It's going to help them feel safe in the bath. When you put them in the water, make sure to support them at every stage of it. And you just do the same thing which I did when I was bathing the baby the last time. You start from your eyes and you take it out. You change the side. I'm assuming that I've already bathed him, that's why you see me doing it so casually. Out again. You go to their ears, the back of their ears. You rinse. You clean up their face. And then at this point you could just pour water over the baby, over the foam, over the towel. After cleaning exactly the way I cleaned the last time, this is the case where the baby's navel has fallen. So water going all over the baby's body is not a problem. Sometimes you can bathe your baby with water even when the navel hasn't fallen, but make sure not to keep your baby in water for too long. And a little tip, make sure to test your water. If you're checking if your water is warm or cold, make sure to check your water with your elbow instead of your hand. So most times also mothers scotch water like this, but if you use your elbow is more sensitive. So you know exactly if the water is too cold or however it is. So you can swaddle your baby like this and bathe them. You pour water, and at this point they'll feel a little safer because you're rubbing them like how they're in the womb. You just wash up everything. When you're done with the front, you turn your baby to the back. Do not leave your baby unattended to in the bathtub. Please never leave your baby in the bathtub alone, especially when they are this young. Pour water, and you can turn your baby back, swaddle them up. Right? This way they feel very cold and they feel very comfortable. Just throw them some water on their body, but because they are swaddled, they are going to feel really nice while I'm doing this. So for the 5 tips which I wish to give you when bathing your baby, for the first one, get everything ready before you start bathing your baby. For the second one, check the water with your elbow or a thermometer if you have. For the third one, if your baby cries too much during bedtime, do a swaddle bath like what I'm doing like this instead of the normal bath that you just put your baby inside the water. For number 4, support your baby's neck all through bath time. For number 5, clean face, neck, and diaper area. So clean the baby's face first, clean the neck, and then clean the diaper area last because that's usually the dirtiest part on the baby's body. And we are done bathing our baby.